Welcome to Quack Co, the board game channel where every video is 10 minutes or less guaranteed. That's right, even when we have 4 people on camera. Today we're bringing you our first impressions of Dodos riding Dinos with one strong caveat. I've already played this game a lot.
Me too.
And you've never heard Wes talk about it, so his count as a first impression. Mine don't. I'm going to take a backseat to this and just let it ride. So before we get there, I'm going to introduce who we have and give you a 30-second on what this game is. Then I'm going to shut up and let them talk.
Goodness.
We have
coming from you,
Devon from Devon Talks Tabletop.
We have tables.
West Todd, who's a team member here at Quackalope. We have Jeremy Tracy
Yeah,
from
buddy.
Tracy Crokinole Boards. We are doing a series with him every time he visits where we play through other dexterity games and try to convince him that Crokinole is not the only game that exists. He's still not necessarily convinced.
I don't think he's even remotely convinced.
But we're working on it.
Yeah.
They make the finest Crokinole boards in the industry, period. And I'm Quackalope.
End of conversation.
Yeah, end of conversation. Dodos Riding Dinos is going to be a game coming from Draco Studios. It was originally a Kickstarter. I think it is available in retail now. They are coming back with a brand new expansion, which is another reason why we're grabbing it and putting it on the table here. This is a racing game that combines dexterity elements into it. You're going to be playing cards from your hand of cards that have a variety of different suits to them. Your blue cards are going to be able to just go. They're going to give you a little bit of movement and some special ability. Your red cards are going to be super powerful, but if anyone else plays a red card on your turn, you'll all cancel each other out and your special powerful abilities will not trigger. By the way, we know all of this because we have a gameplay coming over on Quackalope, so keep your eyes peeled. Those cards will typically give you some degree of movement down the track, and then you'll be using any of these items. You could be opening your hand and rolling the log. You could be flicking the egg. You could be table hopping the feather. You could be
Salt Bay.
dropping the bananas,
Salt Bay.
and you could be smashing the meteorite down onto the board. These will have different consequences, like making your opponents lose cards, move back on the board, and try to, well,
Almost
continue
always
getting
inflict damage.
ahead on the table. It combines that race side with a dexterity side, and no one is ever directly in the back because there are cards in this game that allow you to jump swap positions, and those are usually red cards, which means you need to be tactical with when and how you play, save, and keep your red cards, because someone might be trying to cut in line. That being said, let's start with first impressions from Devon Talks Tabletop, positive and negative. Give us your high and low.
I think the high for me is the chance to have a lot of chaos involved in the cards that you play. The thing that I do like is when you do pull off that one time where no matter what the group size is that you're playing with, you're able to get that red card that you play and you get the result and you get to both the movement and you get the high ability of whatever the card does. I really enjoyed that. I think I had a lot of success with that and that was a lot of fun. I think the flip side of that, if there are any detriments to the gameplay, is I think there are some elements of the game that can create a bottleneck for the game progressing. There were numerous stages in which West and I, the two of us together, and you and Jeremy, the two of you together, were stuck at certain points where you have to progress to the next part of the track.
So some tracks have more interaction than others.
Yeah.
We played on a track specifically that has a flicking element combined into it.
Correct.
The other 3 tracks that we have, I don't believe have that system.
Yeah. So it may have
we
just
did
been the track that we played on.
Rainbow Road style game.
And that was what I was going to remember. It was the equivalent of Rainbow Road if you had to execute a particular like Nintendo cheat code to move to the next part of the track. And it was a little bit of a delay in what I feel like was the progression of the game. But overall, the card play I felt was fun. And to me, games like this are the best whenever you do a lot of banter between all the people that are playing.
You mean you've never ran off the road on Rainbow Road like 17 times and just kept respawning in the same spot 3 steps forward?
100% I did that all the time.
So it was accurate is what we're looking for. Mr. Tracy, Jeremy Tracy, highs and lows. What's your thoughts?
Definitely a high of this game, in my opinion, was that it had a flicking element to it.
It's true. You seem biased towards that.
Yes.
Though.
And a con, a low
better
point,
than you did all game.
Right? A con of this game was that it didn't have enough flicking involved. Now, I'm
from the Crokinole professional himself.
Yeah,
true.
I'm being foolish, and I'm also being serious, and not just with the flicking, but with a lot of the things, like the banana, or no, the feather that you're like on the side of the table, and it's like, oh, okay, I got to try that once. Now I want to do it again because it frustrated me that I missed. I wanted to do it again, and I'm not sure. I think I only got one chance to throw the feather during the game, so there wasn't a chance for me to improve on my skill of dexterity. Big Blue. That was me. Why are you picking on me? The game's over. Why are you picking on me?
I actually really appreciate that. I do think that like you want to try the thing that you messed up on, and if you don't get the opportunity to, like, you never get that resolution.
Which I think is good and positive, but from someone that plays Crokinole professionally, that practice is an important part, and you'd only get that through repeat plays of the game in most situations.
I guess that could be considered a pro, because now I want to play it again so I can throw that damn feather. Again. But I mean,
you've done so well in the games that were not Crokinole this week.
Yeah, I know, right? But at the same time, like, as far as thinking about playing it again, I could play it again, and I might only get to throw that feather once. Sure. So, yeah.
Monsieur West Todd, highs and lows, what do you think?
So one of my favorite things about this game is how much fun people have when they're playing it. Every time we missed a shot, everyone was like, oh, it was so close. Or every time we hit someone with it, we were like, yeah, I got you, that's right. So I think the excitement level of that was really, really great, and something that just kept building and having more fun. I would definitely say that, I will agree with Devon that in this particular map, getting stuck, but we were also playing a variant where we only gave you one flick for movement period, whereas there is another variant where for your entire movement you get that same number of flicks. We could have moved us around the board a little bit faster.
We debuffed people a bit.
Yeah, but I think that was also part of the fun of this particular board, was having it be that much more difficult. Is he eating your dinosaur?
He's straight eating a dinosaur. All right, we've made it to the back end of the video. For me, highs and lows. I think this is a highly... Stop it. No. He's eating a duck. I think this is a highly, highly ridiculous and fun little racing game. I love the dexterity elements mixed into it, and I'm looking forward to having more... Stop it. I'm looking forward to having more dexterity elements mixed into the course of the game. It's so distracting. On top of that, the negative for me is I think there are moments where skill and luck tend to imbalance portions of the game. You can get stuck behind a curtain, you can have a card that gets neutralized while your opponent just happens to play luckily, like Devon did consistently, and get their
that's an insult, man.
And get their red card activated on the board. I think you need to approach this game from the sense that it's going to be helter-skelter, it's going to be a lot of fun, it's going to combine dexterity into racing, into just laughing with the group around the table. If you take the game too seriously, if you're someone that likes to win games, period, stop it. You're smacking more and more, and I can see the squeakers popped out. If you like playing games...
It really bothers them, doesn't it?
It really bothers me. If you like playing games specifically and seriously, and you want to win on like... You want to win every single time you sit down, this is probably not that title.
No, it's not.
Yeah. But if you just want to have a good time and throw some bananas and laugh a lot...
And I've played this game at least 9, 10, 11, 12 times, something like that, and it continues to be fun every time I play it. And it's nice and quick, it's fun. It's a great game for families as well.
So there you have it. There's our first impressions of Dodos Riding Dinos. Caveat considering I've played for the past year and you're 12 games deep at this point after borrowing mine. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Remember, less time watching means more time playing. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
See you in the future.